Our event tickets said seat N3 and N4. And as myself and my husband head to those seats, I see what we all dread: someone else sitting there. So I kindly and awkwardly asked them if they could move out of our seats so we could be seated where our assigned seats are at this huge civic center. After a moment of uncomfortable confrontation, they willingly scooched down a couple seats and we sat down in our assigned seats. Because I had the evidence in my ticket of where we were supposed to be, and so did they on their ticket. Ironically, neither of us actually pulled out that information to check that the seats I was sitting in were absolutely 100% meant for them. That's right, I sat in someone else's seats and I thought they were mine. You see, what ended up happening is the evidence in my ticket would have made the whole situation right, but I didn't even check. Unlike my pocketed ticket, Jesus was out and about, existing as the likeness of God with people, fulfilling God's mission of restoring creation into completion, what God had always intended. Jesus identifies so closely with the one true living God that in John chapter 8, at around verse 48, he ends up telling the Jewish people who are listening that he was present since before their faith father Abraham even was born. How is that possible? The timeline just isn't even adding up with what Jesus is saying. But their frustrations ended up peaking when Jesus says that he was the I am, because that phrase was reserved for the one true living God alone. And when Jesus used it, that was wrong. The Jewish people listening knew that Jesus had really stepped out of bounds. The crowd's reaction to Jesus in this moment is very similar to what we see throughout history. People hearing what Jesus has to say and hating it, and then hating him for it, all because they're just not seeing him clearly. Where's the seating assignment? Where's the ticket that says this guy is God? It doesn't exist yet, but the time is coming where Jesus is going to prove that he is indeed the Messiah, God with us. So today, keep asking questions, keep seeking answers, and keep going to Jesus for clarification on who he is and who he says that you are.